guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a long time since I have sat down and just shot the shit with you guys and talked to you face to face. Well, kind of face to face. So today, that's what we're going to be doing with my video. I have been getting a lot of questions from my Instagram followers as to what my skincare routine is, how I keep my skin so clear, what are my secrets. So that's what I'll be sharing with you guys today. Let's start with a little bit of Jordan skin history. So I have always had mild acne. Typically it was all kinds. It was all kinds of things. So when I was in high school, it was those very red inflamed pimples that didn't really have a whitehead. I don't know the technical term. I feel like I should, but I don't. And obviously hormonal acne, so cystic acne when it was that time of the month. As I got into college, it kind of transformed into the classic pimples, so red inflammation, whitehead, and the occasional cystic pimple. And now, as you can see, relatively clear, although I do have on foundation. I won't lie to you guys, there's foundation on because I shopped this morning. After I graduated college, I still suffered with acne, mostly whiteheads, again, very rarely any cystic pimples. And I feel like this past year I've really gotten my skin together, because while I've never had severe acne, I have always had acne. Whether it was one pimple or 3 pimples, there was always a pimple showing its face on mine. If you guys have been following for a while, you have probably seen, I don't think they'll let me link it anymore, you've probably seen my old skincare video where I talk about how I use the oil cleansing method and how to troubleshoot it. So what I do now is a little bit more in-depth than just the oil cleansing method, but also very minimal. I don't have like a 20-step program because I don't have time for that. No one has time for that. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I use to clean my skin, how I prevent acne in the first place, what I do when I get pimples, because best believe they still try and show up every now and then. Although it is way better than it used to be. I might go without a pimple for months before one decides to show up, and usually it lasts maybe a day or 2. If it's really trying to be mean, 3 days. So I will also be sharing with you how I deal with dark marks that I get once my pimple has decided to leave my face and bless me with a beautiful reminder of the ugliness that once was. So, you know, raise your hand if dark spots are just as annoying as pimples. So without further ado, let's get into my video and hopefully you guys enjoy. One thing that's still true about my skincare routine is that I use face oil to wash my face. This Provence Beauty Calm Your Skin is my go-to with a great smell to help clean off all the makeup from the day. Next, I take a washcloth, run it under hot water, and bring it to my face in order to steam my face, open my pores, and allow the face oil to really sink in. Once I have allowed my face to steam, I will then go ahead and wipe off the face oil along with any makeup from the day. After I make sure all the face oil is removed, I like to follow up with a face mist. I'm really loving this Pearlessence coconut water. It smells so divine. Next is my secret to fighting the war on acne, and that for me is salicylic acid. Personally, I'm loving this one from the Ordinary, and the way that it works is not only does it help dead skin cells to detach from your skin, keeping your pores from clogging in the first place, but it cleans out your pores as well from the inside. A new step that I've added to my skincare routine is an under eye cream. This MD Complete Eye Wrinkle Corrector is amazing. It is doing wonders for my bags. Lastly, I like to finish up the same way that I started, with a really great face serum. Again, I'm looking to MD Complete, the Retinol Vitamin C Concentrate, which is really helping to give my skin that natural glow. That is pretty much it. It's very simple, 6 steps at most on an everyday basis. And in the morning, honestly, it's face mist and face oil. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into what I do when I get a pimple and how I fade my dark spots. When I feel a pimple about to rear its ugly head, I reach for a spot treatment, and I love this one by The Ordinary with Niacinamide and Zinc. It really helps to reduce any redness and bring the inflammation down. Since I'm prone to whiteheads, that means I get a lot of popped pimples, and when I do, I reach for these Blemish dots by Skyn. They are truly a lifesaver. They act as a band-aid and help to absorb any extra gunk while applying salicylic acid to the area, which not only helps to heal the blemish in like 24 hours, but it helps to keep dark spots at bay too. Speaking of fading dark spots, exfoliation is key, so I like to manually exfoliate my face at least once a week with a Clarisonic brush. This just helps to remove any dead skin that's sitting on top of my face that could cause my pores to block, which would then cause acne, and we don't want that. Another type of exfoliation is chemical exfoliation, and I like this Dior overnight face mask that has glycolic acid to help remove dead skin cells and keep my skin looking fresh. I probably use this about once a week. If I need something a little bit heavy duty, I reach for this AHA BHA solution by The Ordinary. Now this is definitely cosmetic grade, so be very careful. I only use this once every 2 weeks, and that's really if I have some tough dark spots or I feel my pores getting really clogged. For a quick pick-me-up, I find myself reaching for the MD Complete 3-Day Booster Pack, which I really love, that comes with a cleanser, a peel, and a moisturizer. This is definitely something I do every other week to really just keep my skin looking nice and radiant. They all come in this nice plastic packaging, and so I'll take the cleanser and empty it out into my hand. It looks a little bit like snot. And then I'll bring it to a nice lather and then wash my face. After I've washed my face and rinsed off any extra face wash, I'll go ahead and apply the peel and let that sit for about 10 minutes. Lastly, I finish up with this moisturizer. It's super luxurious, and again, this is really just a maintenance step for me once a week. Well, that's it, guys. My skincare is really, really low maintenance because I am very, very low maintenance. I don't have time for all that. I don't. It is about finding products that work for you. One of the biggest secrets, you guys, everyone's journey is different. No one likes to hear that. No one wants to hear that what works for me won't work for them. But that is the unfortunate truth. What works for me and what has been working for me may not be your solution, but all I can do is tell you what it is that I do, and maybe you do find a product that is like your holy grail and it saves you, and I will feel amazing, and let me know if that's the case. But unfortunately, a lot of this is trial and error. You're gonna find that some products don't work, even though we rave about them because they work for me and we just don't have the same skin. But it's cool. It's cool. There's an answer out there. You just have to be patient, and you have to be consistent, and you have to look for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in another week or two. Bye.